Hey guys, welcome to another movie review. Today I'm going to talk about the Wolverine. Uh, First, before I start this review, I need to warn you, it might contain some spoilers about the movie. I'll try to spoil it. I'll try not to spoil it too much for you to see. Uh, but first, I'm going to tell you what I thought about the movie before I start spoiling anything. For those of you who haven't seen it, you have a chance to see this review and make an opinion on it. The movie was good. I actually really liked it, but some of the characters could have been a lot better. The people who made this movie could have made a couple of characters a lot better. More specifically, Viper and Silver Samurai. But it is a great movie. Better than Origins? I don't know. I really liked Origins. I really liked the fact of Sabretooth, Deadpool. Well, not Deadpool. Wade Wilson being there. The fact that Stryker's there also. We get to know a little bit more about Wolverine's story and origin. So I'd take both of them. I can't say whether or not I liked the Wolverine better than Origins, but well, it didn't exceed my expectations. I was actually after Iron Man 3, I was scared to go watch any superhero movie because I was afraid it would be as bad as Iron Man or even worse. But no, I'm glad to say I'm wrong. I liked the Wolverine much better, much better than Iron Man 3. Definitely, I would watch Wolverine 100 times over rather than Iron Man 3. But yeah, so that's my kind of my spoiler-free little review. Now on to the actual review. Like I said, the movie's good. It has some nods to the comic book. It's not. Don't expect comic book accuracy. You're not gonna get it in some parts. I didn't like the homeless Wolverine look. I didn't get it, and it was totally unnecessary. But well, from the first part of the movie, he's in Canada, which is a nod to this number, to this issue here, which is Wolverine #1. Now, this is not Wolverine's first appearance. He first appeared in the Hulk comic book. I can't remember the number of the comic book, but I say this is a nod because he at the beginning of this comic book he tells us kind of a bit about himself and what he's doing in Canada. He's been hired to hunt bears. This one part right here. So if you see the bear in the theaters, you'll know the director is referring to this Wolverine #1. What else? Like I said, Viper and Silver Samurai could have been made a lot better. I don't have anything against the actors. The actors are good, and Viper is pretty and all, but she could have been a lot better. I didn't like the blonde Viper. Not that I have anything against blondes. Blondes are awesome. But if you're gonna make a movie adaptation from a comic book, well then stick to the comic books. You have more than 50 years of comic books right here. Would it kill you to read Marvel directors or directors in general? I don't know. One other thing. The guy who was supposed to be Silver Samurai, played by William Lee. His real name, the samurai's real name is Kenijigo Harada, or something like that. I always butcher the first name. I'm sorry, but he turned out to be kind of a Japanese Hawkeye mixed with a ninja. So totally useless. Now the robot you see in the movie is actually really cool. And it looks really cool as well, which I think that big ass robot was supposed to be the Silver Samurai. I don't know. Anyways, it's action packed. I really liked it, and it actually has one of the best, some of the best action sequence I've ever seen. So it's really great. They humanize the character a lot more in this movie with the whole healing factor thing. I don't want to spoil much of it, but yeah, and we have a little surprise at the end of the movie. I don't want to say too much about it, but I'll continue with that later on. One of the things I would have always liked to see is see Wolverine or Logan with his costume. I'm not saying they should introduce the exact same costume in the comic books, but you can at least give him a decent costume, because after all it's Wolverine, not just Logan. So I guess it wouldn't kill the people in charge of making this movie to give Logan a costume. If I'm not mistaken, whenever in the comic books, whenever he's traveling to anywhere, he has his costume in his backpack, so he always carries the costume around. Now one interesting thing that happened at the almost at the end of the movie. For those of you who've seen it, will know what I'm talking about. The claws. For a long time, ever since I met the Wolverine, I thought his claws were a mutant power. But after seeing an episode of the animated series where they travel to the Savage Land, if I'm not mistaken, Magneto has a machine that blocks mutant powers. So Wolverine falls down from a cliff and actually mentions now his healing factor would come in handy, and he can still take the claws out. So that came clear to me that his claws were not a mutant power. But in this movie, a little spoiler for you guys, after his claws are cut off, they grow back again, but they grow. He grows bone claws rather than metallic claws, which is another reference to the Fatal Attractions storyline, in which actually Magneto is the one who rips his adamantium skeleton from him, and he takes a very long time for him to heal, and then actually I don't remember who tries to get the adamantium back into him, and he doesn't succeed, and then after that Apocalypse grabs Wolverine, brainwashes him, and successfully reintroduces the adamantium back into his system. So this being said, after I saw the bone claws grow back again, that same question I had a while back, a few years back, popped to mind again. So I don't get it. Are his claws mutant power, or is it an extra? I don't know. But yeah, this is a very interesting thing. Now, last but not least, after the movie, wait until the credits are done. You have a little surprise there, and that mid-credit scene is probably the best. No, fuck it. It's the best, in my opinion. It's the most mind-blowing mid-credit scene I've ever seen. Period. That's it. It totally blew my mind. If you're an X-Men fan or a Marvel fan, at that, you would definitely love the mid-credit scene. I dare to say that little scene made the movie. Simple as that. When I saw it, it had some little details that may be tied into either Days of Future Past or another movie, or possibly an Age of Apocalypse movie, or the fact, or even Apocalypse himself appearing in Days of Future Past. I don't know, but that last scene was, man, it was fucking great. I loved, without a doubt, I say that little scene, that what 2 minute scene, was my favorite part of the movie. I would gladly go to the theater, buy my ticket just to see that scene again. It was great. Like I said, the best and most mind-blowing scene, mid-credit scene in movies ever. I doubt anyone will ever make a scene as mind-blowing and as cool as that. Thanos is nothing compared to the Thanos scene in the Avengers movie is not as well, in my opinion, is not as exciting and as amazing as this one. So, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this review up now because it's getting too long. But my final thoughts and impressions: go watch it. You'll definitely like it. Don't expect a lot of comic book accuracy, but it has some nods to the comic books. So yeah, you'll definitely like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. And well, let me know what you think. Type it down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, take care, and may the force be with us all. I'll see you later with some more reviews. Bye bye.